Those temperatures last week were brutal. The temperatures, and you had the humidity, and that raises concern during the World Games with the athletes and a lot of spectators staying active. And how can they stay safe when they're out in this Alabama heat? Well, joining us now with some tips on beating the heat and knowing the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke, two very different things. Dr. Celeste Reese-Willis. Good morning, Dr. Celeste.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Yeah, you too. All right, let's talk about heat exhaustion first. What does that look like? What do those symptoms look like?
Well, when someone's experiencing heat exhaustion, they usually feel fatigued. They may have a weak, rapid pulse. They may feel extremely tired. They may have cool, moist skin. They may have muscle cramps. You can also have dizziness, nausea, and headache.
I felt like that 4th of July. You know, we went out to American Village with CBS 42 and had to take a nap afterwards. It was just rough.
Yes.
Let's talk about heat stroke. That was heat exhaustion. What about heat stroke?
Okay, so with heat stroke, the main thing here is that hot and humid weather affects the cooling mechanism of evaporation that sweating allows us to have to cool off. So someone that has heat stroke symptoms has a body temperature that's greater than 104 degrees, if you can imagine that. And your body temperature can actually go up really quickly to 106 in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. These people have rapid breathing, shortness of breath, loss of consciousness. They may have confusion. They may have dry skin though. So the main difference, the person with heat stroke is going to have that red hot dry skin, not sweating, and that person that's having heat exhaustion will have cool moist skin.
All right, so the biggest difference, I guess that would be it, right? Sweating versus not sweating?
Correct. That and the severity of symptoms, of course.
Sure.
But that sweating versus non-sweating has to do with that evaporation mechanism that we have that allows our bodies to naturally cool down. That is the mechanism that's disturbed with heat stroke.
All right, that's an important point. Like you said, you can tell if someone's not sweating, one of those first things you could see visually. How do you know if say I'm with my mom and she has some of these symptoms, how do I know when I need to say, all right, we may need to go to the emergency room?
Well, the first thing you want to know is this person conscious? If they're looking dizzy, like they're going to pass out, go ahead and dial 911 right away. You want to make sure that if this person is not responsive, that you call 911 first. Move them out into a cool place. You want to get something cool on their face, on the back of their neck, and on their forehead. In addition to that, you want to loosen any tight clothing. We want to make sure that we try to drink plenty of water and that we're taking breaks during the hottest part of the day.
All right, life-saving advice there, Dr. Celeste Reese-Willis. Always appreciate your expertise. Good to see you.
You too.
See you next Monday. And we'll be right back here on the CBS 42 Morning News. Look, some cloud there. Vulcan's in a fog this morning.